It's Sunday, which means that we're back with another top 5 mints of the week where we every single Sunday cover the 5 best mints happening on Solana over the next 7 days. Now we do have some really interesting mints in today's video that I'm excited to share with you guys. Now hopefully you get some value from today's video, but before we jump into the first project, I have a small announcement because I have now opened my Discord server to the public. This Discord server has been exclusively for my Patreon members for a really long time, but I'm now opening it for you guys, for the public. Now there will still be certain channels within the Discord, such as my alpha calls and most of the whitelist raffles and stuff like that, that will be exclusive to the Patreon members, but there will also now be some public channels, so you can jump in there and talk to me a little bit and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. It will be the first link down below in the description. But with that out of the way, let's just dive straight in to this first project. Alright, so first up we have Sentries minting on August 19th, and a really interesting thing right off the bat with this project is that this is the second project to launch on the Bifrost launchpad, the launchpad from Blocksmith Labs, of course. The first project to launch on this launchpad was Fruit, and they were obviously super successful. The Bifrost launchpad worked really well with their dynamic mint price and stuff as well, so I'm really excited to see how well this one does on the Bifrost launchpad. But basically Sentries is a really interesting project. It's not like your normal PFP branding NFT project. It's actually a gamified Sol validator, single-sided staking platform, blockchain infrastructure as a service, and they will also do RPC stuff and basically just infrastructure for the Solana blockchain. And if we quickly jump into their Discord, you can see that their supply is 8,000, which obviously is fairly high, especially in this market, but you have to remember that they're launching for only 1 Solana, which is pretty cheap, and that they are launching on the Bifrost launchpad, which has that dynamic mint price. So if there's a lot of demand for this mint, the mint price will obviously go up, and if there's not a lot of demand, the mint price will go down. So either way, I definitely think Sentries will sell out without a problem. And taking a look at their introduction here in their white paper, they're saying that there is an economic, technological, and cultural migration happening. Money, brainpower, and social status are moving from traditional finance and Web 2 to decentralized finance and Web 3. And that's why Sentries is a blockchain infrastructure company deploying Solana validators and RPC nodes. And here they go over a little bit about the Sentries PFPs. So obviously supply is 8,000, and some of the utilities you get from holding their NFTs are discounted RPC node access, business to business referral program, flex to earn, use a Sentry on Twitter and earn rewards, as well as gamified Solana staking, power up and stake your Sentry to receive Sol as return. So this is just not your typical project. They're really focusing on the back end of the blockchain we all use and the infrastructure behind it, which I love to see. I definitely love projects that do this, such as Genesis Go and stuff like that as well. But there is one thing that I kind of have to criticize a little bit, and it's their artwork. I kind of wish they would put a little bit more effort into their artwork and actually make some sick looking PFP art that people would actually like to use, because personally I just don't think this is PFP material that a lot of people on Twitter would use normally. So I mean, when they have so many exciting things going on outside of the art itself, I just wish they would actually put just as much effort into the artwork as well. But oh well, it is what it is. Sentries is still a really interesting project, and they're minting on August 19th on the Bifrost launchpad. Alright, now project number 2, we have Lonely Listeners Club. I featured this project in my last video as well, but they are minting this week, so I had to feature it again because it is also a really interesting project. They're minting on August 17th on the Magic Eden launchpad, and jumping over to their Discord real quick, you can see that they are minting for 1.95 Solana, and also that they have a supply of 5,555. They currently have 38,000 followers here on Twitter, a lot of mutual followers as well, which is lovely to see. They get great engagement. Taking a look at their artwork, first of all, I personally really like this art. I think it's sick. It's definitely some really good PFP material. You have this sneak peek, and then you have this one as well, which might be my favorite so far, this sad little guy listening to some music. So overall, I think the artwork looks pretty sick, and also their website is just really well made, really professional. And on their website you can find the roadmap, platform, and the DAO. So taking a look at the platform real quick, basically they're making a platform together with Sol Music, and this will be a launchpad. So the primary function of the Sol Music platform is to provide a launchpad for indie musicians looking to gain investment on their music and present investors lucrative opportunities to invest in artists. And this is how the launchpad looks. It looks super professional and easy to use, so you can kind of see the artists right here, and these different artists launch their own NFT collections with size, mint price, and how much ownership you actually get of their song or of their album. Obviously, you can see that you kind of get ownership of this album of 8 songs, for example, right here. So if you're able to find some really interesting artists that you actually like and buy their NFT, you're gonna have a small ownership of that album for the rest of your life. So if that artist ends up blowing up, you definitely can have some good opportunities right here. And they will also make an analytics platform. So overall, Lonely Listeners Club is another really interesting project minting on August 17th. Moving on to the third project today, we have another super interesting and just super ambitious project. We have SolSwipe, the Solana debit card. Yes, you heard that right. So they have 23,000 followers, a ton of mutual followers, and these guys are doing something really cool and super unique. But jumping over to their Discord real quick, you can see that they have a supply of 6,666 and they're minting for 1.25 Solana, which I think should be no problem selling out. Honestly, they get great engagement. They have a ton of hype as well. So now you may ask, well, what is this collection actually about? Well, if we jump over to the About Us section, you can see that SolSwipe is the first ever Solana debit card in the world. The backend prototype has been tested for the last 2 years and is now ready to go live worldwide. We will be the first ever debit card provider that can reload directly from your Phantom or MetaMask wallet straight into your debit card, not forgetting powered by Visa, the world leading debit card provider. You can swipe and withdraw from ATMs all over the world with Visa. This is a game changer. Get rid of OTC problems, additional KYC, or any additional prohibits from any country. We solve the biggest issue in the crypto world for you. And then some of the additional utilities are revenue sharing, deduction in loading fees, and special prestige card, which is a mega flex apparently. So I mean, if they're able to pull this off in a good way, this could really be a game changer. Now, to be honest, I don't know how this will be done, like legally speaking, because if I use a debit card directly from my Phantom wallet, how will that work with like taxes and stuff like that in my own country? I have no idea. Hopefully this is something that SolSwipe has thought about. I mean, they probably have, considering they're working with Visa and stuff like that. But overall, it's a super interesting idea. Imagine just having your own card that directly deducts money from your Phantom wallet. How cool is that? That is actually really freaking sick. But obviously, my one concern is taxes and stuff like that. But still, I think this is absolutely amazing and a huge step in the right direction for the crypto space. And right here, you kind of have a sneak peek of what the card will actually look like. It also looks pretty sick. I personally can't wait to get one of these in my own wallet. I'm really looking forward to it. But anyways, moving on to the fourth project, we have Satori minting on August 17th to the 23rd. Not exactly sure what that means. I haven't really been able to figure out if they kind of have a whitelist mint going on from the 17th or if they just haven't really set a date yet. But anyways, 17th to 23rd, sometime in between those dates, exceed your limits, alpha calls, trading tools, analytics platform on Solana. I have featured this project a couple of times in previous videos actually, so you have probably heard about these guys. They have a decent amount of hype, they get good engagement, and they have some sick looking art as well. Here you have one of the sneak peeks, and right here you have another one and another one. So personally, I really like the artwork, and obviously, as you might know, they are making different analytics tools and trading tools and stuff like that on their own platform. Social media analytics, alpha calls, they have their own seeker bot, Satori boxes, they have their own trending tool, meditation sessions in their Discord, as well as a secret product. So Satori is another really interesting project, and they have a supply of 5,000 and minting for 1.5 Solana. And last but not least, I wanted to show the new collection from the Miners of Mars team. Now you probably know about Miners of Mars. This was a pretty hyped up collection when they launched, and they had some issues because of some racist traits and stuff like that. I remember it like it was yesterday. But anyways, they are coming out with their second collection, the Women of Mars. Now this is the 7,000 collection, which is the same size as the males right here, which is pretty high in this market. And the fact that they're minting for 1.5 Solana is another thing I don't really like, just because their original collection is sitting at 1.48, so they're actually minting for more than their original collection is sitting at in floor price right now, which I don't like. I really wish they would put the mint price at like 1 Solana maybe, because that way it kind of gives people more incentive to mint, considering the fact that the mint price is below floor price, but now it's above floor price, which kind of is an issue in my opinion, especially in this rough market. But another thing to remember is that 50% of this collection will be mintable for the Miners of Mars holder in their own awesome token. So like 50% of this collection size, so 3,500, will be mintable in actual Solana, as long as people actually mint with their awesome token, of course. But I mean, it is an interesting project and definitely a really interesting team. I mean, people like Solana Sensei is a huge fan of this project, and they are doing a lot of interesting things, but I just wish that they would kind of lower that mint price a little bit, but it is what it is. But there you go, those were the 5 projects today. Let me know which one was your favorite down below in the comment section. Which one did you like the most? Also, if you got any value from today's video, of course, do consider to smash a like and subscribe down below to never miss out on any of my future content. Make sure to join my Discord, which I just recently opened for the public. The top link down below in the description. So is the link to my Twitter and my Patreon, as well as all of the links to these projects I talked about in today's video, of course. And if you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy this one, where I talk about some passive income Solana NFT projects. But with that said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.